Hey guys, it's Lynn with Littlefoot Nursery, and I thought I would just shoot a quick video that I will probably upload while I am away on my trip, just so you guys have some new videos to watch. This is Connor on the left and Evelyn on the right. They were actually reborn by the same artist. She's an artist in the UK. Joe, her username is Joe Mama 5 from Dollfan, and they are super cute together. You can see Evelyn is quite a bit of a bigger girl. She is definitely a 3 to 6 month size baby, although this particular dress she's wearing is actually a 0 to 3. I originally bought it for my two Saskia girls, Jenna and Emily, but unfortunately when I put it on them it just really seemed way too big. I think the dress would have been okay, but something with these leggings, and you can even see with Evelyn they're really a little bit too big on her. So anyway, I thought I would just post a quick video just with some tips on purchasing your first reborn or purchasing a reborn in general. So, we often get asked as collectors and artists, where can you find these really lifelike babies? And I will say where I first discovered reborns was on eBay. I don't even remember what I was searching for. I think it was some other kind of doll. And then up comes these photos of these babies that looked so incredibly real. And this was back in 2008. So reborns had been around for a little while, but certainly not quite as popular as they are today. Connor's kind of like, Mom, get her off me. She is just bothering me. And then Evelyn is just, of course, very peacefully, very sweetly sleeping. They look so cute together. I wanted to showcase these two because, I know they haven't gotten much attention lately, especially with their new sisters coming, both Madeline and Maylee. So anyhow, so back to purchasing reborn. The places where you can find reborns would be eBay. You can find them on Etsy. There's also, of course, you can purchase them through Facebook. That's becoming increasingly popular. You can purchase them through Instagram. I actually have an Instagram account, but I never use it. So I am not really familiar about the buying process on Instagram. You can also purchase them on some of the doll forums. My two forums that I like to post on Actively and read the posts are the Bountiful Baby forum, which is actually free to join, and the Doll Fan forum is $20 a year, which is super reasonable. And the forum is free to read posts, and but if you want to buy and sell, you need to have a membership for Doll Fan. And the nice thing about Dollfan is they have their own, feedback system, so you can see, how much feedback the members have gotten. So Joe, who I purchased these two babies from, she had a ton of positive feedback. She's been selling on Dollfan for a long time. I think that's the place that she sells her babies. I don't think she sells them anywhere else, but and, with her, she asks people to pay her friends and family so she can save on PayPal fees. And, normally, okay, so let's talk about that. So, technically, this really is a purchase of a good or service. And so, it should be paid that way through PayPal. And as a buyer, if you don't purchase it using goods and services, you don't get that protection. So it benefits the seller to have you pay friends and family because, it's really money given as a gift. So, but the bad thing is if something goes wrong with that transaction, you really have no recourse. So I would always try to pay PayPal goods and services when you can, except, if you have, with this particular seller, I trusted her because she had just, I think might have been like, I don't remember how much positive feedback, but it had to be like over 100 positive feedback transactions of all these people who had bought babies from her over the years. So I wasn't worried that I was going to pay her and then beat out the money. So it's very, very important when you purchase a reborn to really look at the feedback of the seller. And recently I just purchased Maylee, as a lot of you guys know, from a seller on Dollfan, and she had zero feedback. So I definitely took a lot more precautions, and she was not the original artist. I think it's also gives you a little bit more peace of mind when the person posting it is the original artist of that baby. So with my purchase of Maylee, I asked for some additional pictures. You want to ask questions. I asked if there are any flaws to the baby that I should be aware of, and then she did disclose that the baby had some balding on the back of her head and was losing some of her hair. So that was something that I wouldn't have known if I hadn't thought to ask, because the picture that she posted of her was just the front shot. So it's things like that you want to ask about. Ask about if there are any flaws, ask if you can see pictures of the flaws. And I also asked for what's called a safety picture. So for those of you who are newer to the doll community, that's basically a photo of the baby holding a sheet of paper that has the seller's name and the date on it. It ideally should have both. This particular seller sent me a safety picture that only had her name, didn't have the date, but that at least gave me enough assurance that the doll, was in her possession, or that was a doll that she owned. So safety pictures are very, very important. On Facebook, there are a number of groups where you can post your reborns for sale, and the rules are you have to have a safety picture. Otherwise, your post can get deleted, because it's just too easy with digital photos these days just to steal someone else's photos, post the doll for sale, acting like that you have the doll in your possession, and then when the person pays, taking the money and run. And especially if you are able to convince them to pay friends and family, it's so easy to scam someone, because they literally have no legal recourse if that money was quote unquote sent as a gift. So just be very, very careful as a buyer. And I always, in terms of purchasing from eBay, I always check out the feedback, and that's just extremely important. With Etsy, I read the reviews. So just in this day and age, it's just important to be extra cautious. So anyway, so those are just some of my tips for buying and being a cautious buyer. And it's just a tip in terms of, I have purchased the vast majority of my babies directly from the artist. Connor and Evelyn, and then Jenna and Emily, none of them were customs. I guess Levi, my Clara, who is my Levi sculpt, she was sort of a custom, because Melissa had posted another Levi on eBay that I had tried to purchase, and we were having such problems with PayPal, and they were saying things like they were going to hold the funds for 30 days, and crazy stuff like that. So Melissa ended up having to sell the doll to someone else. I was so bummed, but she did offer to make me the other custom, so I was very, very excited. And she made her to look quite similar to the baby that I missed out on, so that was awesome. And then Madeline is a custom, as you guys know. Maylee obviously is not a custom. So when so the only person I guess I have another couple customs that I'm working with Melissa on, and I have a custom indie coming from another seller on Dollfan, who I've never had one of her dolls, but I've seen lots of her work, and she paints beautifully. So I'm very excited to see her work and see what she does with my indie kit. And so that's really exciting. So we've got we have some new babies that will be coming in the works. You guys saw in my last video the work in process of Tracy that I'm painting, and then the baby I'm going to work on next is Gemma. So I am really excited about her. Gosh, I'm just so enjoying painting these babies, and I love collecting them. I love spending time with them. I wish there were more hours in the day when I could hold the babies, but then also have time to paint. And sometimes I just enjoy chilling on the couch and reading the forums, reading my Facebook, watching YouTube videos. I love to watch YouTube videos while I paint. So those are some of my favorite things to do, just with regards to this hobby. And so yeah, not meaning to, it seems like I get off topic a lot, so my apologies for that. I am really just enjoying this hobby so much, and I'm so glad I started this channel. I just felt like, I've got some really super cute babies, and, I think it'd be just a fun way to share my collection and interact more with the community and just get to know other reborn mommies and other collectors and other artists. And yeah, and I know I just have gotten so much enjoyment from watching other people's channels. So anyhow, thank you so, so much for tuning in. If you're watching this, I am probably still on my business trip, and I shot some extra videos before I left so you guys would be taken care of and would have some fun videos to watch while I'm gone. And yeah, wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll subscribe and come back and visit us soon. Thanks. Bye.